Six Talks. What's the word, y'all? Welcome back to Six Talks. Thank you for tuning in. We said we're going to be consistent and we're back again. So, how you guys
We
all
have stuff to talk about finally, so that's why
doing?
we're back.
Yeah, I know. Before, when we went on that break, it was kind of dead until that Ben Simmons news. But we're back now. How you guys doing?
Not much, bro. Got a bunch of work due tomorrow. I probably should be doing that, but ball is life. You already know the vibes.
Facts, bro. I'm finally caught up on that, but like not really. I have to
Yeah,
do
we,
my test
we
in like
were
2 days.
talking about procrastinating before the podcast, by the way.
Straight up, straight.
Like,
We
bro,
all, well, that's literally our life. Procrastination.
Yep.
I thought that this guy will be like getting work done at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yep, that's me. That's me.
Yeah. We
dude,
also,
I've been trying to sleep on time, but it's hard, bro. It's hard.
same, honestly, same. I'm trying to wake up really early. Thought has a story from yesterday.
This guy, so he texts us in a group chat. He's like, "Guys, I have to go to sleep by 10." So we're like, "Okay." He's like, "Can you help remind me?" We're like, "Sure." We'll text in the group chat.
I
We'll
just said make
we'll
sure I'm at bed. No, I
Okay,
did.
yeah, he said make sure. He said it's our responsibility. Go take in. It's our responsibility to make sure he goes to sleep.
Make sure I'm in bed.
Yeah, so he texts us. He's like, just make sure. So we're like, okay. So at 10 p.m., me and this other person, we just messaged in the group chat. We're like, hey, Nanji, make sure you're asleep. It's your bedtime. He doesn't respond for half an hour or an hour. So we're like, okay, that's sick. He's in bed. He finally stuck to his schedule for once. 2 hours later, this guy shows up in the group chat. He types, hi, guys. We're like, bro, what were you doing this whole time? He's like, sorry, man. I was on a FaceTime call. I'm like, bro, first you're telling us to make sure you're in bed by 10, and then you're literally on a call at 10 and you have all your stuff muted.
I was FaceTiming my boy though, so it's like
What were you talking about for an hour? I can't
boxing
hold
gloves. No, boxing gloves. Take that.
boxing
Boxing
gloves.
gloves.
Not even boxing gloves.
Boxing gloves. We were trying to find like boxing gloves and just a basketball.
Bro. I mean, while we're on, who watched Fury vs. Wilder 3? No one.
No.
And neither of you watched. Okay, sick. Well, I'm the only one.
But the
That was
good
good.
news today was me and Todd talked about no exams for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you lucky, bro. I still have exams.
I was so happy and my teacher was happy my math teacher was happy for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
because
Let's work for them. Let's work for them. They don't have to make an exam.
she doesn't want to mark a million students who all failed the exam, man. She doesn't want to have to deal with that headache. She doesn't
No,
have
we
to give
still have
Nanji. She doesn't have to give Nanji extra tutoring the day before the exam.
That's facts. That's true.
Damn.
Anyone watch?
You even come to my math? Shut the hell up. Why are you telling me?
Bro, I'm not even in school. I don't know how smart you are. I'm just saying.
Anyone watch the Colts game last night? Ravens Colts.
Yeah, I've been trying to get into football a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I see you tweeting all the time. This guy's
My brother like is the biggest Cowboys fan in the world.
Tell
And,
him the Cowboys are trash.
let me guess, they probably are bad because every team your brother roots for, they're not.
Actually, you know what? I have to.
The Cowboys are doing pretty good.
Yeah, I have to admit they are doing pretty good this
They're doing
season.
very good.
Like I love to hate on the Cowboys, but it can't even disrespect them this season.
But
They're
yeah,
playing
like
solid.
Tom, you don't know this. My brother's bad luck, bro. Complete bad
Really?
luck. Every single team he roots for sucks.
Wow.
But what? I'm a Bills fan because like that.
No,
I just
not
said I'm a
another
Bills
one of you.
fan.
All my friends are Bills fans, and I hate the Bills
I
so
said
much.
that. You wanna know why? Because it's the closest team to Toronto.
So that's why everyone
I was
cheers
like,
for them.
I'm gonna be a Bills fan.
Literally, all my friends are Bills fans, and it's so annoying because they don't stop talking. You guys do not stop talking. Listen, you guys are
Dude.
frauds, okay? You're gonna get knocked out. Josh Allen is a fraud. Stephon Diggs is a fraud.
I am probably the viewers out there. I'm as confused as you are right now.
No. A lot of people watch basketball, watch football as well. This ain't like us talking about like.
Listen, if you guys ever try to get into football, if you guys ever, what'd you say?
I mean, I said maybe I have to get into football.
Yeah, listen, Nanji, if you ever want to try and get into football, there's only one golden rule: the Bills suck, and they always will. Okay, that's the one thing you gotta remember.
We didn't suck last year.
No matter how good of a regular season you have, you'll never do anything in the playoffs.
We had a good playoffs too. We made
never making the Super Bowl, and you got slapped. You're never making the Super Bowl. Just watch.
Okay, we lost by like 10 or something.
Wait, you lost the Chiefs, right? Was it the Chiefs?
We have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
hold on. While we're at it, you're a Seahawks fan, right?
Yeah, we got unlucky this year though with the Russ injury. If it wasn't for that injury, easily top 5 team in the league, man. I don't
This
even
is
want to
not
hear it.
true, but
That
okay.
is true.
We have basketball to talk about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also,
Yeah.
we also going back to the exam story. We still have OSSLT though, which is kind of now.
Yeah. I don't know about that, bro.
Tal was like, "Yo, no OSSLT
Nah,
before this."
I'm a grade ahead of you, so we don't have to do the
No,
OSSLT. It's
you
just you
do.
guys.
Period
No, we
two.
don't.
You don't have to do it because you're out of school.
No,
But you
no,
guys have to
even
do second. You
all,
guys have to
all,
do second semester. My teacher
really?
was telling me, yeah, you guys have to.
Ah, goodbye, goodbye.
This
I'm
guy
out of there.
leaves. Bro, this guy leaves February.
I thought
Wow.
you finessed, bro.
Yes, sir. We finessed the system. You already know.
True enough. But let's actually move on to basketball and stop talking about our lives.
Spent
To
6 minutes talking about basketball.
just to sort of transition into our first topic, everyone knows about the Kyrie Irving news that came out today. If you don't know, basically the Nets GM Sean Marks, he came out and said if Kyrie doesn't want to get vaccinated, he can't even play for us part time. Basically, we don't want him on the court. We don't want him practicing. We don't want him playing. Basically, we have no interest in paying a part time player. So the ultimatum he gave was either get vaccinated fully and you can play all our games, or you don't get vaccinated and you have to sit out. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that? First of all,
I just want to say something. Um, episode 1, I said something where you guys made fun of me, you know? But that trade makes more and more sense.
and
No, it is.
the
I'm
the
on your
sim-
side now. I've
so
become on your side.
Sorry?
for those of you who don't know, Nanji's trade proposition was a Kyrie for Simmons package. Now, let me read you out a notification I just got from my phone. 76ers not interested in Kyrie. Philly has no interest in the Nets star at the moment amid buzz around potential Simmons Irving trade.
Oh, there
Bye
goes.
bye.
That got shut up real
Bye
quick.
bye. Yeah.
There goes your
So
trade, bro.
that is not happening. I
Wait,
do.
why? Wait, why? Wait, why would they not want that?
You're asking me, bro. It's the Athletic that reported
Maybe
it, so
the
it's legit.
drama, but like to be fair, like they have Ben Simmons who brings a lot of drama, but I don't know. Here's the thing about that situation.
That's such a win trade for you. You're not getting a better player than Kyrie Irving.
I know, but
Wait,
not
wait,
many watch.
what? No. Now, as I think of that, Ben Simmons is a player he doesn't even want to play for you, and you don't want Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, maybe that's fake news because I
No,
don't know.
it's not fake news. It's from the Athletic.
You know,
Who
I
cares
can't.
about Athletic, bro? Shams
Here,
is literally the only like Woj type Twitter account who's tweeted false news, bro. He tweeted like Siakam got fined and suspended for a little bit when he
He
only got
said
fined like a tiny amount.
Siakam and Nick Nurse got into drama. Something
Yeah,
like that.
he was spreading that stuff. I hate Shams because of that.
like honestly, look, man. I don't know. I don't know if anything's gonna happen. If anything's not gonna happen, I agree with you that it's stupid for the 76ers to not even be willing to talk out a trade.
Yeah.
But what
I
I
feel like
will say is that if Kyrie doesn't get vaccinated, he's basically risking his career at this point. He's either saying trade me or I'll retire if he doesn't
Bro,
get
but like
vaccinated.
here's the
So
thing. It's not even like I honestly think it's not that deep because like you look at it this way. The GM is like, okay, we're respecting your decision, but we're not gonna take on a part-time NBA player. So you don't
basically,
have to get vaccinated, but you can't play for us if you don't. So
yeah,
ultimately, if Kyrie genuinely like believes in what he believes and doesn't want to get vaccinated, then he won't get vaccinated and not play basketball. If it's genuinely about his health, like a lot of people, the whole thing about this, people believe that he's just trying to be a drama queen and he's like just scared to take it or something. Not, bro. If he genuinely like believes that it goes against his health and it might go against his health, then he won't take it and he won't play basketball because health comes first. So like
yeah.
ultimately, I don't. I just think it's as deep as if Kyrie really wants to play basketball, he'll take it.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that like Philadelphia actually came out and said that because I feel like honestly, like if they're willing to trade Kyrie, then I feel like that would be the best trade for them. But
Yeah.
that'd be a pretty good trade. I think it just helps out both teams, but the fact that it's not going to happen.
What else would the Nets do? Who you getting for Kyrie?
I mean,
I mean, I've heard that there could be a possible package. The other two teams that I've heard like actually involved in talks, well, three actually, Toronto, which I hope doesn't happen, and then
That's
Portland.
no, that's the Simmons talks.
Oh, I thought
No, yeah.
that's what we were talking about.
But look.
Oh
If
no,
yeah,
I thought Kyrie. Kyrie, who would like?
Oh,
if
They're
oh,
not trading
sorry.
Nets,
away.
if the Nets are trading Kyrie, they want a superstar back of that caliber. So I mean, you can get
Yeah.
Dame, but like, you have to give up more
They
assets.
aren't getting. They aren't getting Dame. Dame is staying in Portland until he wants out.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing that's tough with that Kyrie trade is that Kyrie is a star right now. Generally, if a team is trading someone who's a star, they're looking for young prospects in return. But this situation's a bit different. So, like any team who would be getting Kyrie would basically they'd have to give up a star as well since the Nets are contending. So it's kind of a weird fit. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
us.
rest in peace to everyone who has Kyrie Irving on their fantasy teams.
Okay, honestly, like hear me out. Hot take here, hear me out. I think Sean Marks saying that is actually going to help Kyrie because it puts more pressure on him to either get vaccinated or demand a trade out. So it's going to be like 100 and nothing. Like either he says I'm retiring or he gets traded
Dude,
or
if he I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. If he
like
requests a trade, I didn't
yeah,
even think about him
that's what I'm
requesting.
saying. Like this actually low key benefits Kyrie fantasy owners if you think about it.
Really?
And yeah, if he says, you know what, I'm retiring, easy drop. Like, sure, you lost your second or third round pick, whatever it is, but at least you can drop him. He's not taking up a roster spot, right? Like before, you would have had to waste an entire roster spot on a guy who's going to play 40 games a year. Like, no matter who it is that really worth it?
This whole situation is so funny to me, bro. Because I'm seeing everyone freak out. Because everyone was like, "Oh, his season's ruined because of Kyrie." It's still gonna be a fun season. Relax. It's gonna be calm. Who cares whether Kyrie plays or not? I don't
Yeah,
put too much. I don't like to hate on Kyrie because I feel like he already gets so much unnecessary hate.
No, I'm
he
not hating on
does
him. It's just
for
I
I
sure.
don't
I
know. This is something that I get. But this is something I understand why people would hate on him, which is why I'm just sliding to the side, just watching it all unfold. Whether he plays, he doesn't play, I don't really care. It doesn't affect me.
I feel like it's gonna be interesting on whether he does if he does take it or not because Kyrie's the guy who's like, nah, if I believe in something, that's gonna happen. I ain't gonna go against my own word just to make the world happy. You know what I mean? But this is risking his career, and do you guys have anything else to say before
It's
I?
not though, because man, it's hopefully this won't last forever. Hopefully, we won't have to play with a vaccine for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, true.
But like, maybe it'll go away 2 years, 1 year. Maybe New York changes their rules this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I think by the trade deadline, that's when the Nets should start like asking maybe like the guys at the top, like, oh, what are your plans? Will you change it by playoff time? Um, and yeah, because think about it that way, man. What if they like change the rules like right before the playoffs? Nets are like they're doing good. Then they just got another superstar. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
yeah.
It's not like the start when they first got James Harden. They have chemistry. They've played together for a good bit. So
Yeah.
Imagine we see a Russell Westbrook for Kyrie Irving trade.
How does that make any sense in any world? Like,
I'm throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there. KD
let's
goes.
move on before we
KD
say
and Harden goes up there. Yo, bring my boy Russell Westbrook back. I want to win a championship with him.
he
can you
not in like 50 million years of that happen.
Honestly, bro, I'm just
can
throwing
you
it out
imagine if LeBron played with Kyrie again? They'd have to
again.
make a
Bro, imagine.
documentary on it.
Dude, they bring back that OKC victory.
That's what I'm saying, yo. I kind of want that to happen, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't.
We move on.
I don't. You know how much the league would blow up, bro.
Honestly, bro.
Dude.
I wanted to say something, and I think I want to move on to the next topic. After I say this, so what I want to say about Kyrie Irving, I wonder if he doesn't get the vaccination, if the Nets are gonna be like, we're gonna stop paying you, because as we saw, money is the most valuable thing right now. Because
Not to Kyrie.
Ben Simmons came out and said, "I'm gonna return to training camp." What's he said?
Yeah, but Simmons is greedy, bro. Simmons is a bum. Kyrie don't care.
You never know what it's.
You know,
Kyrie.
no, that's the thing. I do know. We all know Kyrie. He don't care, bro.
Yeah. So.
Has he even talked to media yet? I haven't seen anything from him.
No, he
Wiggins
hasn't.
has said his piece. What's his name? Simmons has said his piece through the media. Like, what else, bro? All these guys. Who else was unvaccinated? Michael Porter Jr. spoke about it. Draymond Green spoke about it. Like, man, it's so weird. This whole time is so weird.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins got the the vaccine after being stubborn. But yeah,
Yep.
let's move on to Ben Simmons because, like I said earlier, he's actually said he's landed in Philadelphia according
That
to
was crazy.
yeah
I saw
he's
that and I was like,
bro. I
wow.
was at work and I'm like, what? No way, this all happened. Like
Dude,
no,
if Ben Simmons comes back and plays, that'll only make the Philadelphia 76ers stronger, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because that
but
shows that Ben Simmons is willing to work through his errors on the same team.
but I feel like that's gonna be so awkward walking into that locker room, seeing Joel
It'll
Embiid.
be awkward. It'll be awkward for one day max. They'll have a
No,
tough. They'll have tough conversation
but
about like,
apparently Philadelphia are saying it's like, listen, man, we you want to get traded, we respect that. But just come play with us for the time being, then you can go. I feel
they're still open. It said they're open to trading him,
they
but
are, they are.
they
But
can play. And Ben Simmons
but
landing
now
in Philly means
here's
he's
the
also
thing.
fine with playing for the Sixers.
Here's the thing. No, I mean he's only playing for them because of the money. He's not gonna miss out on $30 million.
Yeah,
Like as rich as you are, 30 million is a hefty price.
dog. But like Ben Simmons, I think if he genuinely hated Philly, he wouldn't play. He's trying to send a message in that case. That shows he's
No,
still open to playing in the city.
no.
It's
The
not
fans hate
fully.
him.
It can't fully be because of the money.
I think it is. The fans despise him. You really think like imagine starting at point guard. What number is he? 25?
Yeah.
Number 25. I don't know what university he plays for. Ben Simmons. Boo.
Here's the thing. That'll last for once again, man. This won't last all season
No,
long.
I know.
You
I know
can't,
it won't
you
last.
can't boo your starting point guard all season long. Imagine we did that with like Goran Dragic. You know what I mean? That's like we thought thing. We thought we'd do that to Dragic. We can't do that all season long,
Yeah,
you know
you
what I
can't.
mean? He at the end of the day, if he's a Sixer, they gotta support their team. And
The
I
one
and
thing I
then they'll
want
realize that Ben Simmons is very decent after
the
he
one
starts.
thing I wanted to say though is by Ben Simmons coming back and playing games is imagine his value goes really up and like Philadelphia wants the bag because right now they already want the bag. Right now they want 3 swaps, 3 first-round picks, and CJ McCollum for like Ben Simmons. So I mean, imagine he comes back, he's like playing so good, that value is just gonna go higher and higher and higher. And if he plays bad, no one's gonna want him. So I mean, it's a sticky situation for Ben right now.
Yeah.
Dob, any thoughts on it?
I do agree with Nanji. I think that this is all about money from his perspective. I don't think he actually has any real desire to come back and play for the Sixers. I mean, he doesn't like the fans. The fans don't like him. The feeling's mutual. We saw all the memes. Like there was like a video of an actual newscast in Philadelphia. They aired a video saying I forget what it was. It was something about Ben Simmons. It was like new footage appears of Ben Simmons leaving town or something, and it was like a video of like a garbage can being washed out on the street, and that was like an official news podcast in Philadelphia. Can you imagine if like CP24 or City News came out with that about like Siakam after the playoffs? Would you really want to return to that city and that team and those fans? I wouldn't. And like Philadelphia fans are notoriously terrible. Like they boo their own players. They'll throw like stuff on the ice if their team's losing. I mean, it's not exactly the most forgiving sports
I
city.
didn't
So
say he wants to complete. He has a desire to play for them. I think
yeah,
there's still a part of him that wants to prove himself, though, and that's why I was against him in this whole situation because I was like, bro, he's just trying to get an out. He still has that bit of him that's like, okay, they want to boo me, that's fine. I don't like them. The only thing I can do is play basketball and prove what I can do in Phil. And to do that, he has to play in Philly. It's one of two things. He's gonna get it no matter. He's gonna get what he wants no matter what. He'll either get the chance to prove himself to the fans, or he'll get a chance to prove himself and take revenge against the fans on another team. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it really is. I really don't think it's about the money. I think he's realized that okay, I can still get what I want through playing in Philly.
No, I don't think so. If your teammates called you the whole 2 months and you decided to pick up when they said you're not getting
But
paid,
that's my you guys are like thing. Can people not have a change of heart? Can people not like
it's
change
all
what
about
they're
the money.
thinking?
It's all about the money. I'm telling you, and I think it's all about the money. If they said we'll still pay you, he wouldn't come. He would chill in LA.
Yeah, agreed.
I
All
think
right.
it's all about the money, and I'm always gonna think that.
I'm gonna wait for the interviews and everything. We'll
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
It's all about the money. Um,
Just
so
to transition sort of into our next topic, I was watching highlights and I saw from I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago, there was that clip where Harden brought the ball up the court and he did one of his typical moves where he just pushes himself into the defender and tries
yeah,
to
I
draw
saw
the
that.
foul, and he didn't get that call. So I mean, obviously that rule change, at least in my opinion, is like amazing. It's been overdue. The NBA's needed this for so long. But one big question is like, who do you guys think that rule change is going to affect the most? Because we've seen like pretty much any superstar scorer that you can name uses that move to get points. Like whether it's Curry, Trey, Luca, um, Harden, they all use that move. So
Yeah.
um, it's definitely going to have a big impact on the season. What do you guys think about the rule, and who do you think is going to affect the most?
I think Yusuf, you want to go first, or should I go?
You can go.
Yeah. So I think this rule is honestly really good for the NBA because I feel like it just makes so I remember it was one game we were versing the Warriors and they got that remember they got that dumb call. Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I'm talking about. So I feel like close game situation this would just be better, and I think adapting for the players it's gonna be hard. Like we saw FIBA World, like in the FIBA, some players were struggling with the call, but I think it's the right change to make. And going back to who do you think this will affect? I don't think it'll affect Curry that much, right? Trey Young maybe, but I'm not gonna hate on Trey Young. I think it's gonna affect him a bit, but I don't think that's gonna make his stats worse or something. I think Trey Young will adapt to it really quickly, and he's gonna like perform well still. I don't think he just relies on his fouls like everyone thinks he is. And if I had Luca, I don't think it'll affect him that much. I think if it had to affect anyone, it would be James
Luca
Harden.
doesn't really. Luca really doesn't
Yeah,
really do that.
that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think
He
he
doesn't do that as much. I think if it was to affect anyone, it'd be James Harden.
No.
Affect
Thing. I like the rule change. It's a good rule change. Overall, the game is going to be a lot more smoother. Over time, at the start, you're going to see a lot of players trying to, because it's instinct. They've been doing it for the past, especially the veterans. You're going to see Lowry try that a bunch of times, and they're gonna complain and then realize that it was a rule change. Over time, they're going to get used to it. And like Madi said, I don't think it's gonna affect anyone really, because a superstar will adapt, and
That's
like
what I'm saying.
even like James Harden at the start, how many times we push this narrative that he's like a flopper, and he does that so much. But like realistically, think about it. I don't think he does it per game. How much of a difference is that gonna make to his stats? In my opinion, not that
yeah,
much. And plus, he'll adapt.
Yeah.
He'll make up those
yeah,
points some other way. You know what
Like
I
I don't
mean?
think this is gonna make someone's game from going from like a superstar to like
Exactly, exactly. And that's how
not an
like,
all-star. You
and
know what I
that's how with like that question, like how it'll affect someone. That means like I don't think it
yeah.
affects anyone
mean?
if
Yeah.
their
I don't think
points go
it'll
down by like 1 or 2%. That's not affecting someone.
yeah. If it's gonna affect someone the most out of the players that already do it, I think it'd be James Harden. That's when I said that's what I meant
Yeah.
when I said James Harden. What
I
about you?
guess.
I think honestly, I agree with what you guys said about the superstars and having other dimensions to their game, and I think an extension of that is I think that it won't affect people like Harden and Luca as much, just because they have that playmaking aspect to their game. I mean,
Yeah.
if they stop getting those calls on the perimeter, they'll drive and kick, or they have other tricks up their sleeve. But with a guy like Trey, I got to be honest, I'm a little bit worried uh, just because I feel like he's not as good of a scorer as Curry, where he can score at will without relying on those type of fouls, and he's not as good of a playmaker as Harden or Luca.
Yeah, that's
So
just
I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried. I can't lie to you, but
that's just
I don't think it'll affect him that much. But if it
yeah.
does affect someone, it will definitely affect Trey, I think.
Okay. That was his main point. I got worried with that wording, bro.
Hey,
No,
You're
bro,
catching
I was
your
like,
word, bro. Who cares?
no,
whoa.
no, no.
I
I,
thought he was going to say his
I
points
think
don't.
he'll be fine. We all know he'll be
He'll
fine.
be fine.
He'll still
He'll
put
be
up great
fine.
points, but
Bro.
sometimes I feel like
He
even
basically he worded it so weirdly, but all he
yeah,
said was
he,
it
even
he
was
worded
different.
it like it was
He
like
worded it,
going up, it
no,
was
no, no,
going up, it was going up, and I'm
and
like,
then
no,
he
no,
just
no.
went, but it
no
won't affect
way,
me.
this guy saying this after what Trae Young just did, and then it's
No, no, no. I don't think it'll affect him that much statistically.
yeah,
Let's be real. But I do think that if it does affect someone, it will affect Trey.
yeah, okay, makes sense.
Okay,
Just
yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think Trey more than Harden. I'd say Trey more than Harden, just
Yeah,
because he's younger. Harden will be quicker to adapt. Who else does that a lot? I'm trying to think.
Lowry, Marcus Smart.
Lowry never got it.
Lowry does that a little bit less. Especially
Lowry,
last year, he did
Lowry
that.
goes around. He goes around those
Yeah.
screens and then chucks it up. That's his move,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
That's his
bro.
move.
Oh my
That's
Remember
his
god.
move.
that deep three from the Wizards like this?
Yeah, over his head.
Bradley Beal does that a bunch too. He tries drawing a lot of fouls
I
too.
mean, honestly, every player does it basically. Like a lot of
Yeah.
the scorers.
Yeah,
Like,
this
bro,
world chain is
I'm
gonna
gonna be
change.
doing it at my park,
Okay,
fam.
let's see.
Like I would like run into someone and like not run into them when it's a charge, but like I'll give them the nudge a bit, and it's a foul on them.
Dude, I don't like to call fouls when I'm playing pickup basketball at all. Ever.
Yeah,
You
I
saw
think
it when you're 1v1 against Dean. I look back and I saw a bunch of times where I'm like, bro, in the NBA that would be a foul. I was literally just watching, bro.
how many views is that? Yo, Talib, we have to do a 1v1, bro. Since you're the
I don't know how good Talib is. I
I
don't know. Is
saw.
Talib
Okay,
good?
so I stopped playing basketball. It's a funny story actually. So I played basketball all throughout middle school. It was like the first sport I ever played. I started watching the Raptors. Like my first Raptors game was in not even grade 5. I was actually 5 years old. It was in Chris Bosh was on the Raptors, so I went to a game back then, and ever since then I've always played it and done whatever. And when I moved to Pakistan for 3 years, they didn't really play a lot of basketball. So what I did is I found this one international school, like the one school in my whole city that had basketball, and I signed up. So I did that for 3 years. That was fun. But so I played, and then I came back in grade 7. So all throughout grade 7, 8, 9, I played basketball, and then something happened, and I don't know what happened, but in grade 9 summer, um, I broke 4 fingers in one summer playing basketball. 4 different fingers, separate times. So I broke one, healing process was done, got back on the court, broke a separate one, same thing again, same thing again. Um, and ever since then, I've probably played basketball once or twice. It's like it's
yeah
kind of sad, but yeah, it's so the only sports I play now are like
hockey.
yeah, hockey, pretty much hockey,
Yeah,
and then
hockey? Ball hockey?
ball hockey, not ice
Okay,
hockey.
okay.
But I play hockey. I play football sometimes for fun, but that's also really dangerous just with the way um,
Yeah,
the ball hits your
Yeah.
fingers because any blunt edge to any blunt force to the edge of my fingers sort of breaks it. Like every single time when I broke the finger, it was when I was going up for a rebound. If it comes down on my hand like this, it's done.
yeah.
So it's game over. So
That's
I just
tough.
had to be careful with that. But yeah, I don't really play that much anymore. I'll take you on, but I'll probably lose. I mean, I suck now. So
What's that? What type of? Nah, bro. I have faith. He could have gone pro, dude. He could have gone
I could
pro.
have, man. I'm telling you. I had a
He
tryout,
could have
bro. I
gone
had a
pro.
tryout with the Raptors. I was Banton before Banton, bro.
Max, dude.
Damn,
You already
sheesh.
know.
That's a
Yeah,
good transition to the Raptors if we want to
it
talk about.
is.
He
I
played
went.
this.
I was gonna say, I spoke to Ian the other day, and this guy wants ready to take me on. So we gotta. This guy was
You want a
talking.
rematch? You
Oh,
still want
bro.
a rematch?
This guy really
You
wants it.
almost choked. Monty is either a bucket or like a complete brick, bro.
Honestly, bro, straight. But my defense is really good. Like with that height.
Yeah, dude, you're so tall, bro. That's the
He
thing.
thinks he thinks
I
he's
wish I
6'3".
had
He
height,
thinks
man.
he's
I'm
six
so
three.
Bro, I
short.
said
He's not.
6'1",
He's not 6'3",
6'2".
guys.
Bro,
Disclaimer:
relax.
if you're watching this episode and Mahdi tells you he's 6'3", he's lying. He's not 6'3".
I'm 6'1", 6'2". I never said 6'3". Pull up the receipts.
Jesus,
Please do. Pull up the
Bro,
Bet
receipts.
right
you and
now.
your brother are freaking tall, man. Every time I look up, you guys are giants, bro.
And my dad also. Was in the
Yeah, your
gym.
dad's tall. Yeah, your dad's tall too. What the
I
hell?
hit the veins, yo.
You got the lucky genes, man. If I reach 6 foot, I'm happy. That's my life
Bro,
goal is
We
fulfilled.
brown, bro, because we're brown. Brown people are so short. You know what the
Everyone-
average height in like Pakistan is? It's like 5'6".
Yo,
Wow.
everyone calls me tall, but I'm just like, bro, like, I just want to get to 6'5". Like, I know I'm being greedy.
Really?
This
I know
guy.
I'm being greedy.
This
But yo,
guy.
since I was young,
This guy.
I was like, wow, being 6'5" would be so nice.
Dude, you know,
And I'm
like,
almost
Stop.
there. So like,
Stop
That's what I've
flexing.
been saying. If you're tall and you don't play basketball, I have a friend who's tall and doesn't play basketball. I'm like, bro,
That's what I'm trying to get more
you're
into.
such a waste of height, bro. Like I
Honestly,
keep telling you, I'm like, bro, you're a waste of height.
if I could, bro, I would want to make it pro.
Yeah.
Man, stop
I-
flexing on us. You're like, oh, 6'5", 6'5". Man, if I reach 6 feet, I'm happy.
That's what I mean, bro.
Oh, you're
I'm trying to get
nuts,
5'10". That's my realistic.
My realistic is 6'5".
Bro, my brother keeps saying like he's like, bro, I'm gonna be like AD. AD got that insane growth spurt in college, dude. Like I'm gonna reach 6'5". It's gonna be crazy.
But yeah, let's transition into the Raptors. Not for too long, cause
Talking about Banton, bro. You're talking about Banton?
Yep.
Well, that's my guy. He's playing insane. We're gonna brush by them. The Celtics got COVID, which I'm a little bit worried about. Hopefully our team's good. We played them on Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Still got COVID issues. Prayers to Al Horford and Joe.
By the way, Sam Decker, I have to send an apology. I hated on you in our show before, and then you hit that clutch 3 at the end of the game. So
dude, you have no. Every time that guy shoots the ball, I just laugh, bro. Because I'm like, bro, we got Sam Decker on our team.
I'm
hitting
sorry,
clutch
Sam.
shots.
I'm sorry,
He's
Sam.
the
But you're
funniest
still
thing
not
ever.
making a roster. So
Yo, by the way, David Johnson, what the hell are you doing, bro? Why you foul? I don't think he wanted to play in overtime. He was too like, bro, screw this. I'm fouling. We're over. Bro,
shit.
like,
I
what
don't know
was
what
he
that was
doing?
about.
Dude, if Banton hit that game winner, I would have gone.
Honestly, bro,
He almost tied it up with the putback.
But
Yeah,
let's. I wanted to say this. Let's not overreact because it's still preseason. But like,
Yeah,
I'm excited. It's a fun team.
It's a very fun team. That's what I'm saying. You can tell it's a fun team. At home, bro, our energy at home, dude. I'm just worried about away from home. I feel like we don't bring it when we're away from home. At home, we got different energy.
Yeah.
So we need to learn how to bring that to our away games, and I feel like that'll come with time and chemistry and all that.
Yeah.
But one more rerun, by the way. I found out that Banton already has a secured spot, so that means it's between a bunch of different people that I named.
Yeah.
So like Penny, Johnson, and Banton already have spots.
Oh, really?
So I like it's between Bonga, Decker, Gillespie, Perry, Watanabe, and Wainwright. So Wainwright could make the team, which I like. I love Wainwright.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
He was my third pick to make the team. So who knows? Let's see. Let's see
We
what
said
happens.
Watanabe and Bonga are like confirmed. So I don't think Decker or Perry are gonna make it. So I think it's between Gillespie and Wainwright. And I'm very scared that they're gonna pick Gillespie because we're low on center position.
Yeah. We weren't bad with like Gillespie wasn't bad last season. He actually played
I
really
don't know
good.
what happened, bro. He can't finish around the rim.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to talk about OG, but like he's probably gonna be in some of our small forward lists, hopefully.
No spoilers.
No
Yeah.
spoilers. But all we can say is that OG is a bucket, a defensive god, and he might win some awards. We'll keep that for the award show. So, any thoughts about OG Anunoby?
That's my
Breakout
guy, bro.
season coming up, I think.
Yeah.
You see them
Uh,
step back threes, bro. Them
Oh,
step
bro, this
back
guy's
threes.
it's too clean. Tween, step back, pull up,
Yeah,
three,
bro. Oh my
bang, bro, bang. Come on now.
dude.
But yeah, let's move on to let's move on to our small forwards because I think this one's actually gonna be a really good one as well. Top 10 small forwards at the moment. So it's gonna be interesting. You guys want to do same format? I go first, and then one of you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
We saved time for it this time.
Okay, so at number 10, I have Mikal Bridges. I think amazing what he did. This playoffs defensively hit some big shots, and I think he's a top 10 small forward in the league.
Yeah. I feel like we're all gonna have very different tens.
Yeah.
I feel like
And I will say this. I unfortunately do not have OG in my top 10. I wanted to put him, but I saw his stats. I thought back and I was like, you know what? He wasn't as close, as good as I believe he's gonna be. He's gonna be top 10 regardless. Like no conversation, top 10 next year. 150%, bro. Maybe top like 5 or 6.
I
But
went based off.
for now,
I went based off like what I think of this summer, last season, and like somewhat of the preseason.
but that's what I'm saying. Like I don't put as much stock into preseason as maybe
Okay.
you do. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
exciting. It's exciting, but I need to see him do that in the regular season. So I had Andrew Wiggins at 10,
That's
just because he put up solid numbers
he
for a
did.
very decent Warriors team. He
Yeah.
was the second option in my opinion on that Warriors team.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did what he had to do last year in
Yeah,
my
and
opinion. It
got
wasn't
better
his fault
defensively as
they
well.
didn't make the
Yeah.
playoffs. Yeah, Wiggins.
I also had Andrew Wiggins at 10. Dude went from being absolute trash, not being able to hit a shot. I actually had a couple stats I searched up before the podcast. So in 2018-19, when he played for the T-Wolves, he shot 41% from the field and 34% from three. This year, that's up to 48% from the field and 38% from three. So that's a
Oh
huge
wow.
increase, and that's
Yeah.
just 2 years. I think that a change of scenery really did him good. Before, I think in the Timberwolves he had too big of a role. They were kind of relying on him to be the main scorer, and the role he had last year really complemented him well. And also the part that a lot of people don't mention is how good he was defensively last year. I think he
Yeah.
had one of the lowest field goal against percentage in the league the entire.
Sorry to cut you off, Tom, but I just wanted to say this before I forget. Do you guys remember the start of the season when he was so bad? And like he does this thing where like, oh,
Yeah.
every bucket I score, I donate like this amount of
Yeah.
money to charity. And he made an Instagram post about it, and in all the comments, they're like, "Bro, these kids ain't getting no money."
Yeah, I remember that.
Him
That
and
was so
him and
funny.
him and Kelly Oubre were the brick brothers for that team, man.
Yeah, dude, at the
That was
start, bro,
painful
they
to
were so
watch.
bad.
And the thing is, I was so high on Kelly Oubre too. I was like, "Yo, this guy is so good. He's gonna pop off this year." And then
Yeah,
that did not work out. Although he did improve towards the end of the season, but
Charlotte
still,
gonna be a nice fit for him. I like him.
yeah.
in
Let's
Charlotte.
see. Gordon Hayward's inevitably gonna get injured again, so we probably will see Kelly Oubre start at some point.
We hope for that not to happen though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to jinx anything, but I do think he will. But yeah, let's
Just
see. So I have Wiggins at 10.
Okay. Also, I just want to say for all the viewers out there, Kawhi, we're counting him as an in. I don't know if you guys will be probably all see him as a top 10 small forward. So
we're using because I said that we should keep him in because based on
Yeah.
last year, we're basing it
Based
a
on
lot off
last
of last year, and he played
Yeah.
last year.
Yep.
So.
and Durant is a power forward, so Durant is not on this list.
For the record, I wanted to keep him in the small forward list. But
We all know why, okay, Yusuf? We
Yeah.
all know why.
I'm not a LeBron hater.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
you
Shut
are.
up.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Stop it.
I
Stop.
recognize talent, but
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. He definitely thinks LeBron. He's a LeBron hater. At number 9, I have Michael Porter Jr. I think he took a big leap once Jamal Murray got injured, but I just wasn't happy. Like, not happy, but like I just don't think I think 9 is the right spot for him because I feel like his efficiency needs to get better. But he got that really big contract, so eventually he's gonna get higher on this list, maybe after this season. But
is it
Yeah,
bad that I don't even have him in my top 10? I don't
kind
think it's
of.
that.
But it's not terrible. It's not as bad as
Yeah.
Beal at 7, so you're good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Just to-
I don't know. On that, I think a lot of people are just looking at how he's gonna play next year and sort of forgetting that he wasn't insane last year.
Yeah.
Like I'm like bro, because every time we do one of these lists, I look at like other people's top 20, so I like have a certain idea of like who they're including in their small forwards list, and like I'm seeing they put Porter Jr. top 10 when he averaged like he averaged 19, a cold 19, which is nice, but like I'm seeing his efficiency, I'm seeing his 1 assist a game, bro.
I mean,
Like, 1 assist a game. Come on.
when it comes to efficiency, he was great. I mean, he shot. I think it was. Yeah, he shot 54% from the field and 45% from
Oh,
three,
okay, well, yeah,
which
look
is
at
like
that. I don't
amazing. But yeah, his efficiency is really good. I
Dude,
just
look at his playmaking. His playmaking for me ain't it. 1 assist a game ain't it. Bro.
yeah, but I mean, he's a
He's never
what is,
been
like
really the biggest playmaker.
yeah, he's
But
not supposed to be. That's not
on a
really his role.
Nuggets team that like their pride, their what's the word I'm looking
Bread
for?
and
They
butter.
pride themselves
Yeah,
on like being an all around great team. All their players are all around really good.
yeah.
He needs to improve his playmaking. But I understand top 10. He's not there. For
Fair
me.
enough.
I have,
I
or, oh,
wait. So
you go ahead.
did you already go?
No,
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought you already went.
I have Hayward at 9.
Okay.
Not like that. That's why I was saying like I really don't think any of like our 8 through 10 is gonna be really that important. I just have Hayward at 9 because every time I watch him, he's really good. That's
Yeah.
basically it. He gets injured, but like he wasn't out for that long this year. He was only out especially compared to the years before. But oh yeah, I just have him there because I like Hayward. He's a good
What do
player.
you?
Very solid.
I have my boy OG at 9. Now that's mostly a prediction for this season as opposed to looking at statistics because if you looked at stats from last season, he's not a top 10 small forward. I just think his impact goes beyond the stat sheet. Obviously, he's great defensively. He's probably one of the top 5 wing defenders in the league. And if he wasn't last season, he definitely will be this season. All the pieces are in place for him to have a great season, and also I think he will take a big step forward scoring wise, not just defensively. So I mean, I would love for him to outpace 9, but right now on my list, just because he really didn't do that much last year, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting him above 9. But I could easily see him finishing a top like 6 or 7. Honestly, I would not be surprised at all. But yeah, he's at 9 for now.
Okay. I have DeMar DeRozan at number 7.
8.
Right? No, 8.
Hey,
I
yeah,
don't know.
hey.
7. Number 8. I have DeMar DeRozan. I think he's very underrated. A lot of people didn't even want to give him a max, but I feel like he just a lot of people didn't watch the Spurs, and he was like scoring for them, not terrible efficiency. He kind of became a kind of a bit of a playmaker, and I think he's gonna do really good this season to kind of revive his like stock and slash his like legacy back up.
It's weird. I don't know why. Maybe you forgot like a player or two.
Me
Is
or you?
Are you counting Jeremy Grant? I have Jeremy Grant at 8.
I was counting him as a power forward.
You guys count him as a power forward? I don't know. He's listed as
I
a small forward.
I counted him as a small forward, but I don't even think he's good enough to make this list. To be absolutely honest with
Really? He had a
you, he
very good
was.
Oh
season.
wait, no wait, I had him as a power forward.
I had him as a small forward. He's on the small
All
forwards
right,
list.
let's
But
let's 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 do this. Let's use him
no,
as a small
no.
forward. But
While I'm at it, Talib,
yeah,
Jeremy Grant, 22.3 points per
no,
game.
listen. I know the argument. He had a great season, but he
No, he
had a
didn't.
great start to the season. He fizzled out towards the end of the season. He never ever played. He was bad when he did play. His efficiency was terrible. And the other
I'll
thing
take
is,
that over a, a mid-season any day. A good
the other
start over
okay,
mid-season.
fair enough, but I don't think he's top 10, and he definitely won't be top 10 this season. The only reason, like, that is the definition of empty
I
stats.
mean,
Like,
if we
that's
want to use him as a power
Yeah,
forward,
we'll keep him as a power forward for next episode.
okay. All
okay,
right.
we can have him as a power forward. Okay, so
I'll
then
continue. I'll
move all my
continue.
players up one and then add
Yeah,
screw it, add Joe Ingles. Why not?
Joe Ingles over MPJ.
No, I'm kidding. Relax.
It's not okay. It's honestly not
Come
that
on,
bad of a take.
I don't care. Who
Joe
cares about
Ingles is
number
like
10, bro?
11,
Who cares
12.
about number 10? No one cares about number 10. Who
Okay,
cares? Who
No,
cares
just
who's
yeah.
put
there?
him at number 8.
Who are we?
Honestly,
Who's number 8 for you?
for me,
Um, 1 second. I'll continue my Jeremy Grant rant next episode.
Yeah.
My number 8 is MPJ. I I don't know what there is to say. Great efficiency, great defensively. He's a physical specimen. He's great. He just got that big extension, and I'm really interested to see how that turns out because a lot of
Yeah.
times after players sign big extensions, they just bust. So not bust, but
What
like
the hell?
they
We're
don't.
starting Isaac Bonga? Sorry. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Keep
So
going.
um, a lot of the times players just perform really well in their contract year, and then they kind of disappear the year after, like Kemba. I don't know what that was a couple years ago, but yeah, I'm interested to see how he performs. But just based on how he did towards the end of last season, dude was on a tear, and without Murray, he's basically the first option there. I mean, Jokic is like sure he scores, but he's a playmaker first. So I do think he's gonna average like north of 20 points this year easily, and I'll give a bold prediction for him. I'll say he'll average 22, which is a bit high for a player like him, but I'll say 22 points, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1.5 blocks. I hope he has a big year this year. I think he definitely can, but we'll see how that works out. So I have him at number 8.
I definitely can. I definitely think he can have a big year with Jamal Murray out. But honestly, that extension was kind of it was
Yeah, it's
kind
kind of a bit overpay. You think?
of
I've
yeah.
been saying that was an overpay. I don't think we talked. For some reason, we literally forgot to talk about that. I've always been saying that's a big overpay, but
So
it's
who's
his
your
chance to prove himself. That's their chance to prove himself.
eight?
I
Yusuf.
already said it.
Oh, MPJ.
No, I said Grant, but like that means, but we're counting him as a power forward,
Yeah.
so I'll remove him, move Hayward up to 8, and add who's a small forward? OG, sure, OG at 10. Why not?
Okay. Okay, let's go. We all have our
Number
brothers.
7,
So now we're on step
7.
7, 7.
at number 7. You guys are gonna I'm saying this from now. Just keep the clip ready because it's gonna go on Instagram. I have OG Ananobi at 7.
It's not
Okay.
that bad.
No, it's bad. I'm just keeping cool.
See,
Nope.
I knew this would exactly like I thought of this while writing OG down. I'm like, let me think of Yusuf's reaction. I'm like, this guy's gonna be mad, but just
I'm
happens.
calm because like he's on my team and I want
That's what
him
I'm
to
saying.
be.
I knew
I
it.
think I'll be there by the end of the season, but like I think you're really looking into the preseason and putting too much.
I know. I think defensively he's a bit too high up.
He's not that good based off defense. You know what I mean? Like his defense doesn't make up for that.
I like.
Let me
I
jump
see.
Don't shush me. You know, like shush and that's not like an argument. You can't just say shush and like
I think
think
OG.
that that's
I think OG. He played really well last season, right? And defensively, he's always had it. And I think this is kind of what Dalib said is where I think it's kind of what I predict from next season
Yeah.
from watching part of preseason. And I just think he's just the offensive game. It's just getting better and better and better. And I feel like he could be our number one option or tied for it. Like right now, we only right
the reaction to this.
right right now we only see bro, let me talk. Right now we always see Siakam and Van Fleet as the number one option, but I think OG could be there. And like Yusuf said, maybe Siakam starts playing better as being the number two option.
Oh yeah. See, we counted Siakam as a power forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually. So
I
I.
fully forgot about Siakam.
Straight, bro. Straight.
Dude, he's injured, bro. He's injured. I forgot about it.
I'm gonna disagree, and I'm gonna say that's actually not a terrible take. Judging, like taking into account that's his
Dude, that
prediction for
is so
this season.
weird, bro. He didn't have
No,
that good
okay.
of a
Listen,
season.
hear me out.
last
Hear
year.
me out. Hear me out. If we're going by stats from last season alone, then he's nowhere close to 7. Let's be real. But if
No,
we're
but that's what I'm saying. His defense doesn't make up for his
it's no, not
stat
even defense. Just
wise.
what we think he's gonna
He is
do.
out of the top 10. His defense makes him a borderline top 9 or 10. It doesn't make him up to a 7. Greater, he has him over DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, that's the one
He
thing
has
that
him
I was
over
gonna
DeMar
say. I'm
DeRozan.
surprised you have him over Demar. But other than that, I think if you take into account what you think he's gonna do this season, I don't think that's a terrible take. We'll see
But
how
you
it turns.
can. That's what I'm saying. You like I literally said this in the chat before. I said this in front of you. If you have to say, "Oh, I think he's gonna pop off this year," that can't add to it, bro. That's not allowed. That shouldn't be
Uh,
it.
We're
I
also
think I think Isaac Bonga is gonna have a top 10 player season this year. I'm gonna have him number 1.
listen,
You know what I mean? Like
it's Bonga season, boys. Let's get this.
exactly, bro.
This is their stats last year, but we're also adding in the fact of how we think they're gonna be playing this season. That's why we sent what we think currently. I think OG Ananobi is a top
Currently,
small forward in the league right now.
based on what? Based on him crossing up Sengun?
Yeah. No, okay, it's not even just me. Look at King of the Fourth Quarter talking about him.
I
Congrats.
don't care.
Hey, yo,
about
this isn't an English essay, bro. You can't cite
Exactly.
others. You got to make your own list.
Exactly. With this buddy's citing King of the Fourth Quarter like I care, bro. I don't care. He's
See
not
my face?
right now. He will be. He will be. He will
What
be
do you
when
have number 7?
he will be. But he is not right now.
Okay, thanks.
Discuss.
I have him at number 7. This is my list, not Yusuf's list.
Okay. Well,
This is
my
my
list is the good one. I have Brandon Ingram at 7.
Okay.
And I think Najee or he forgot Ingram. Or do you
No,
have him?
no,
You have him over the.
I'm not saying anything. I'm
He
not saying
doesn't have Ingram on his list, bro. He
No,
doesn't.
he
He doesn't
definitely
have.
has him. He's got him at like number 3 or some ridiculous
I'm not
number.
saying
He
I'm not saying anything. I'm not
All
saying
right,
anything.
talking about ridiculous. At number, what are we on, 7?
Yeah.
At number
Yeah.
7, I have Jason Tatum. No, I'm joking. I don't have Jason Tatum. At number 7, I've
I'm
got
really confident.
I have
That's worse than Bradley Beal at 7.
yeah. Don't worry, don't worry. If I said that, I would have to be kicked off of the podcast immediately, man.
Yeah.
At
Right.
Listen,
at
Bradley
number
Beal.
7, at number 7, I have Demar. Uh, just I don't know what there is to say about him, man. He's consistent every season. He really took a step forward when it comes to his playmaking skills in San Antonio. I think he is going to be an underrated part of Chicago's success if they do indeed succeed this season. Um, but yeah, I really the one thing I really want to see from him is his defense. I want to see how he's gonna be defensively in Chicago under Billy Donovan. But yeah, for now I have him at number 7.
I agree.
Dude,
So at
still
number
not
6,
solid, dude.
okay, I'm still deciding who do I take.
My guy.
Number 6, I have Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton.
Okay.
I mean, he's he's a he's a fan of the.
I don't know what's like.
Okay,
I don't know what's. That's not.
I
I don't know how
think
to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about it because he might have Brandon Ingram over damn Chris Middleton, which is scary to me. It's one of the two. He either forgot Brandon Ingram or he has Brandon Ingram over
Yeah,
Chris
that's
Middleton,
ridiculous, man.
which is both two really crazy things.
I don't Chris Middleton. Just we move on, okay?
Okay, sure.
Just so all our viewers know,
What was it? 6?
Nanji has this like irrational hate of Chris Middleton. This guy had him on his fantasy team, and he was trying to ship him out at all
Oh,
costs.
really?
He's like, I want this guy off of my team. I don't want Chris Middleton anymore.
I
And
mean,
then he
looking at
trades.
his face.
That's a bit yeah. I don't know what to
I
say
have him at
about
number
that.
6. I just feel like he's a good scorer sometimes, but I feel like he goes a
Sometimes.
lot of cold stretches. He's a good scorer, but he goes a lot of cold
Thank you.
stretches.
Let's,
So
He
he's
let's
also-
my
respect NBA champion.
He also goes on
Chris
stretches where he wins the championship.
Middleton. Yeah, prime MJ.
also
Literally.
for your information. OG Anunoby has that.
He was injured. First of all, he
Okay,
was
that's a
injured.
championship. He
was
still has a
injured.
championship. Continue.
He literally didn't even smile during the parade.
Number 6. Who do you have, Yusuf?
Okay, I have DeMar. This is where I have DeMar DeRozan because he was not better than any of the guys above him, but he is still an all-star caliber player. Didn't make the all-star team last year. Thought he could have. He put up stats to show it. He just wasn't in a good situation with the Spurs. I think the Spurs are gonna suck, by the way, this year. I think they might be last. But yeah, I just have him there. I like DeMar. Hope he wins the ring by the end of his career. I like that he didn't go to the Lakers. Another reason I like him. And yeah,
Okay, fair enough. All of you.
So I have Brandon Ingram at number 6. It was really close between him and DeRozan, I have to say. But yeah, I just think Ingram's a better scorer, and he was pretty decent defensively last year, if I remember correctly. I think he averaged almost a block a game and then a steal a game, if I'm not mistaken. I
don't
just
know.
think Brandon Ingram, like people need to put a lot more respect on his name when it comes to the way he improved. He also had a lot of like body issues. Like he was really like skinny. I don't know if he had a medical condition or if he was just like skinny for no reason. But yeah, he really put on a lot of weight. And when he was with the Lakers, he really wasn't anything special. And then he really improved himself for the last 2 years. So respects to Brandon Ingram for that. I have him at number
Dude,
6.
how did you forget Brandon Ingram, Molly?
At number
I swear, if he
5.
says Brandon Ingram,
At number 5, I have Brandon Ingram, and going back to Thal's point,
good night, guys. I'm out. I gotta go.
I think, but no, listen. Okay,
It's the
Thal,
second episode in a row that we've had someone leave.
honestly, bro.
All right, I'm back. I hope that was a dream. I didn't just hear that, right?
I think
No,
he's joking.
Listen, honestly, for Brandon Ingram, I had him after. I had Chris Middleton over him, but I just said honestly, I looked at it. I just said Ingram. I just said, you know what, whatever.
For those of
Um,
you guys wondering, this is how Nanji gets his lists. He looks at them and he says Brandon Ingram. He looks at them and he
Bro,
says OG
I don't know
Anunoby.
how. I think I'm just tired because I'm thinking about that. That's so bad, bro. That's actually so bad, dude.
I just think a lot of people have to put respect
I
on
thought
his
it
name.
was a joke. I thought he was joking. Now it's hitting me that he actually did it.
Yeah, they're interchange. It's better than
No, they aren't.
better at being
They
at
aren't.
seven.
No, it
Yusuf,
isn't.
no,
It
Yusuf, just so you
really
know,
isn't,
Yusuf,
bro.
for the rest of the season, anytime somebody else makes a bad take and you make fun of it, we're just gonna compare it to
Yeah,
your Beal take.
can we have the joke of Ingram over Middleton instead of Beal at 7 now? Can
Nah,
that
no.
be
What
the
do you
new
think is
joke?
what do you think is worse, Talib?
Beal at 7 is definitely a
Hey!
weakness. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yusuf. Beal at 7
Bro,
is
I think
definitely
an
worse.
NBA champion over a guy that didn't make the playoffs.
I
I think
mean, Patrick McCaw is an NBA champion.
Bro,
Yo, he's my
he was
number
the second option on an. How is
Okay,
that worse than Beal at
fine,
7?
fine. Listen, that's bad. Honestly,
That is so bad,
my
bro.
apologies. So yes, okay, fine. I just hate Middleton. That's my hate for him. Okay, this is the fun part, yo. Man, like
Right, well, there we go. There's your answer. You just hate Middleton. Let's move on.
Ingram, I feel like he's a good scorer. He needs to get. I think he's the perfect player
Bro,
alongside.
he didn't make the playoffs with Zion Williamson and Lonzo Ball, and you have him over Chris Middleton, and you are saying that's worse than Beal at 7.
And
It is.
I feel like also he's gonna take a big leap this season, so that's why he's kind of higher on my list.
Dude,
how would he take it?
I'm gonna go on my phone after this and put a poll on Instagram, on my personal account. Okay, before this episode goes outside, there's no bias. I'm gonna freaking put up a poll and ask the people which take is worse. I guarantee you, it'll be 100% on yours. 100%, bro.
Okay.
All right, Yusuf, who do you have at number 5?
I'm pissed, man. I'm so pissed. You actually think, oh my god, okay, no. Let's move on. Number 5, I have Middleton because he is an NBA champion. He was very good in the finals, and all playoff long, he was the Robin to Batman, who is Giannis. He is Giannis's
Bro,
Robin.
can't take this episode seriously anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It all went downhill, bro. He is Giannis's Robin, and he is once again, let me clarify, an NBA champion, an all-star,
We heard
which
it out.
Brandon Ingram was not.
We heard
Brandon Ingram was not an all. I at least had an all-star.
No, I can mute that. I can mute him.
You're muted, bro. You're muted. He muted you. See, guys, viewers, that's what he has to do to
What did I
justify his
mute?
takes.
What the hell? I
No,
didn't mute.
I saw it. I'm like, let me try it
He
out.
muted you. He muted you.
Oh, he muted me.
That's what he has to do to justify his takes. He has to silence his opponent.
When did you mute me? Okay, I was saying you have at least I had all stars over Beal. He has a non all star over an NBA champion all
Ingram is
star.
an all-star.
Think about that.
Right?
Ingram was not an all star. I'm literally talking full. He wasn't. He didn't make the all star team last year. I'm basing it off of that. He's an all star caliber player. He's not an all star though because he didn't make the all star team.
Yeah.
Are you googling if he made the all star? He didn't make it last year, bro.
While Nanji does his googling, I'll move on. I also have Chris Middleton at number 5 because he is an NBA champion. He was great in the
Oh.
finals. He was good
Okay.
all season long, and he was the Robin to Giannis's Batman. Thank you, Yusuf.
Look at his face.
Guys, I officially come out and say,
Dead, bro.
well, you know, I made Beal stay at 7, so it's a bad take. Okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
It's a bad take. I don't know. I was just. I don't know what I was thinking. Cause see, the thing is, when I made the list, Ingram was below Middleton. But I'm like,
Bro,
you know, it made some good content.
that's so bad, dude.
Okay. So at number 4, I have LeBron James.
Ooh.
No, I'm joking. At number 4, I have Jimmy Butler. I love how you said that's gonna go crazy to that.
I know. He was like, that might be interesting. I might have to move LeBron down.
That's a bad take.
Okay, at number 4, I have Jimmy Butler. I think what he did with the Miami Heat was amazing 2 years ago, and like he continued that last season. He got struck with COVID, like that team, so the Heat didn't play that well. But I think he did really solid, and I think losing to Giannis, getting swept by him, kind of brought his value down. But um, he's my number 4. What you guys?
Oh, I have Jimmy Butler too. For
Same
those
here.
reasons.
Same here.
Just he's
Yeah.
good. He's better than Middleton because Middleton he's just had an off playoffs.
Great defensively, by the way. Butler.
Yeah, really good.
Defensively incredible. Yeah, I
At
think we're
number-
gonna have very similar.
Top
Yeah.
fours. Yeah.
At number 3, I have Jason Tatum. I think what he did last season versus the Raptors, he just killed us. We couldn't guard him, and he's a young player. I think he has MVP potential. I did say he's winning an MVP. Yusuf, relax.
No, he could win the MVP though.
So he's my number 3. Just solid. I think he's becoming a better defender, and being able to take that Celtics team all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals was huge. What about you guys?
I have Tatum at 3 as well for those
Same here.
reasons. I'm just making the poll real quick. I said I was gonna do it. Please vote which is the worst take. Don't vote, by the way. You don't go and vote. You don't vote.
Give us a little shout out as well.
Yeah.
At number 2, I have Kawhi Leonard. I know he is injured, but last season he just played immaculate. In the playoffs when he was playing defensively, we know what he can do. We know what he did with the Raptors, and I think he's a second best small forward in the league. Obviously, we're not counting Durant as small forward. What about you, Talib?
Yeah, same here, man. I got Kawhi, and just a disclaimer for this episode, like we said at the beginning, we're counting Kawhi as if he was fully healthy, and I think a fully healthy Kawhi is the best, or second best small forward in the league.
Yeah.
Not counting KD, he's great defensively, great scorer. I mean, he's one of the few players to say he single-handedly carried a team to a championship in the last decade, aside from maybe Dirk. So, and then maybe LeBron the year everyone was injured. So, yeah, Kawhi at 2.
He did not single-handed carry the Raptors.
I've had this argument with so many Raptors fans, and for some reason, everyone fails to admit that he literally carried us. Let's be real here. If he was not on our team, we would have been a
No.
second round exit.
We wouldn't have won if he wasn't with us. But I don't think
He carried us.
he did carry us. He's the biggest part of the team. But I feel like he had players to help him out. Siakam.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
every star has to have role players, but
Don't vote on it, Molly. I see you going to vote on it. Tell him too. You don't vote on
I'm
it.
not even. Yo, I don't even have a phone.
Oh,
What?
okay. I was gonna say, bro. I want to see 100% on that. So.
Yusuf, who do you have at number 2?
Oh, number 2, I have Kawhi.
Okay.
Can I say who's my number 1? Because you guys like to say that I hate on him.
because
And
you do.
I really don't. I think it's justified.
I really wish he put LeBron at number 2 just so we can make another meme out of him.
No, because I'm realistic. LeBron James, you guys say I hate on him. It's true. I'm a hater. I don't like him because he eliminated my team. I don't know how you guys don't like him. He ruined your team's chances of winning a trophy. If freaking who's my favorite player outside? One of my favorites, if Luka Doncic, that's one of my favorites. If Luka Doncic eliminated the Raptors, I would hate Luka Doncic.
For 3 years in a row, or just eliminated them?
And not just eliminated, year after
Otherwise,
year
bro, you're gonna be
after
hating
year.
half the NBA.
Buzzer beater over 40-point game against us every time, bro.
Listen, that's just his greatness.
I said that.
You can say you don't like him, but like you find ways to hate on him. You find
I don't though. I don't. What have I done to find ways to hate?
Can you confirm?
Give me an example. What do I do? What's an example? Give me an example.
Just hate on him.
What's an example? What do I say that's not like a thing? That's a hating on him. That's going out of my way.
Basically, you hate on him, but you know that your hate is unfounded. So
my hate is justified. Okay.
No, it's not.
My hate is very justified.
At number 1, I can speak for all of us. We have LeBron James at 1, and do we have
LeBron?
Hashtag washed king.
Hashtag
That's so cringe, man.
Hashtag
king. That's cringe. That's cringe, man.
Hashtag kid from Akron.
Yeah, I was just about to say hashtag kid from Akron.
So many hashtags, bro. This guy, like, oh my god. That's me, like, hating.
I mean, A lot of people are calling him washed. Some people do mean it actually. I know Yusuf doesn't mean it. Because he only hates LeBron just because he eliminated us. That's the only
It's
reason.
true. What? Why? What else? What other reason would I have to hate on him?
But
I literally don't even say he's over. He's worse than MJ. By the way, I don't say he's worse than MJ. I want to point that out. That's proof that I genuinely don't hate the guy.
okay,
I respect. He's one of. If
you
not-
respect him though, right?
I've always said that, bro. I've been saying that. I respect him as a player, and he eliminated my team, so I don't. If I would say that to his face if he's standing in front of me right now. I don't like you because you eliminated me from the playoffs 3 times in a row, but you are one of the greatest of all times.
And
Can I
then
have
you'd
a- can
and
I
then
have
you'd
your
ask for his autograph.
Can I have a
Exactly.
jersey? Can I have your shoes? Can I have your socks? And yeah,
Can I have a cameo in the next Space Jam?
exactly. Yeah, please.
But I think we don't have to explain why he's number one. Just what he did. Just what he did last season. He was injured, obviously, but when he wasn't injured, he was in MVP conversation. And
If Kevin Durant was listed as a small forward, we would all have Kevin Durant over LeBron
Nope.
James. So it's just don't lie.
That's tough, honestly. I would have had to think
Don't
about
say
that
it's
one.
tough, bro. First round exit. Both All Star captains.
I would,
All Stars.
yeah,
Superstars.
I would have to
Kemba
agree. I
Walker
think I
holding
would
the
have KD over LeBron if he was
simply
small
over.
forward.
It's not all time. It's not all time. It's
I
currently and based off last season, it's not all time.
I don't know.
Don't let that seep into your head. It's not all time. It's right now.
I guess the 50-point
Based off last season. What
Based
LeBron
off-
James did versus what Kevin Durant did.
See, if
Kevin
we're-
Durant
if we're
had a
going-
better
if we're
season
going-
than
I know we have to wrap up the episode, but if we're going pre-postseason, like before his injury,
You can't say that though. You can't say that, bro. That's like me saying, "Oh, bro, if the Raptors in 2018, if we're not looking at the playoffs, we're the best team in the league." Bro. Like literally.
no, but like LeBron was injured. He was injured. He wasn't even 100%.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. And by the way, he was fit enough to play. AD wasn't fit enough to play. He was fit enough to play well, and he did play half decent.
He did say he was not 100% though.
He said he will, and he also said he will never get back to 100% because he's 36.
I don't know. I think I have to think on that. I have to think on that.
I'm actually gonna, bro. If LeBron James ever eliminates my team again, I don't think I'll be able to friggin' live, bro. I'm not even like kidding. I'm not kidding, dude. I can't handle another elimination from this man. So hopefully we don't meet at the top, bro. Hopefully we don't meet in the finals, or he doesn't go. He won't go back to East. He's retiring as a Laker. But if we ever play in the finals, that'd be the most stressful. How long is the finals? 2 weeks. That'll be the most stressful 2 weeks of my life. I'm not even kidding.
I think. Do you guys have any other comments to say, Talib?
I
No.
do not, but I will say that someone just commented on our post of Yusuf saying Kyle Lowry is the top 10 point guard and said, "W take." So
Yeah, thank you.
I guess we have some Lowry fans out here.
See, I told you, I'm not that. I just have you both against me every time. That's what it is.
He is
I also
not
saw
a top 10
someone.
point guard.
Yeah. I see that too. And someone else told me that Beal at 7 wasn't bad. Then I went to the park and I talked to someone else that said that Beal at 7 wasn't bad. So.
Okay, to be fair, I did ask in a fantasy group chat which take is the worst, Beal at 7, Booker at 5, or PG at 5, and the guy said PG at 5 is worse than the other two. So Nanji, you're in some bad luck there.
What?
Boom.
The guy in our fantasy chat, do you remember? He said PG at 5 is worse than Booker at 5 and
Bro,
Beal at
relax. That was one person compared to 3.
Let him know, bro. Whoever it is, let him know. There
Relax.
we go. I think that's a
Yeah.
good way to end, by the way. So we're
Yeah.
heavily.
One person said PG at 5 is bad, and then one person said Beal at 7 is worse, and then no one else really voted. But I think that wraps up today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, because today was actually really fun recording. I think it's one of our best episodes we've
It's
ever
a very
recorded.
fun episode.
It's like
And
one of the best episodes I've enjoyed recording.
always good talking with you,
For
boys.
sure.
Yeah. We'll be back obviously for our power forward. and I think that's gonna get heated as well because
Bro, I thought today was gonna be not that heated, but it
Mhm.
escalated.
It wasn't honestly. It wasn't heated until that one Ingram take, and then that
Yeah,
screwed
exactly.
over the rest of
Yo,
the episode.
I had a good list this time. Can we? This is
Yeah,
my
my
first
list.
good
Yeah,
list
both
all
me and
year.
Yusuf's lists were pretty
We had
solid.
very
Like
similar lists. We had
they
very
were. Yeah,
similar
there were
lists.
no hot takes. Meanwhile, Nanji, OG at 7, Ingram at 5. Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy.
So
you
weird.
like the
Anyways,
OG at 7. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
I said it wasn't that bad.
Don't make me boot you. I'm joking.
I'm gonna outro with this. Leave in the comment what other lists you want us to do. Because we are going to be finished with
Why do you look like
Upward and
it?
Sundays, and we want to do some more lists. So leave in the comments, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
And let us
See you
know
guys.
which one is worse. Peace.
Easy.
Peace.